Have you always felt like you have a soulmate in this life? Like you have a man or woman that you are destined to meet and destined to find, and you have this soul aching feeling like you know this very human being. You don't know where they are, but they're walking the earth and you're like ready to freaking find them? Well, listen to this video because I'm going to teach you how you can basically call in your soulmate, whatever you want to call, like your divine union relationship that you're ready to experience with that person in your life. Because I think a lot of us on the spiritual path, we really want love, like we really do, but yet we're such rare beings. It's so rare to be like a goddess, a queen, or like if you're a man, like just somebody who is so in their power and their truth on their mission, and finding someone who is also with the same values, with the same mission, like it is rare. However, I believe we all have that relationship out there if that is something that we desire. And I know if you're listening to this video, it is. And so I'm gonna give you some little tips to call in that human and yeah, just like create that divine union relationship for yourself. So I wrote some notes first. So yeah, first off, step into your mission, girlfriend. So I truly believe that a lot of us block love simply because we are not owning our own truth. We are not stepping into our own mission and saying like, hey, this is me and this is who I am. And in that energy, when you own your truth, when you own like fully confidently who you are, you will naturally, you will reflect back to yourself relationships, people, connections that are the exact same. When you're not, when you're in a vibration where you're still kind of like tiptoeing around your truth, and I know it's a journey and it can be hard, but that's when you start to call in relationships, I know for myself, where it's like not the people you want, and you're like, why am I not attracting the men or women that I want? And it's because you really have to step into your mission. So if you're here and you know you're here for a greater purpose and you want somebody who is also in the same energy and in the same mission, like be sure to step into your truth first. Claim who you are. Start speaking your truth. Start owning your body and your power, and like really owning that, and you will start to see reflections of those connections coming into your life as a reflection of that. Second thing is be open to connections that do not look the way that you would expect. So don't judge a book by its cover, okay? And I know a lot of us spiritual beings, we have this idea, this vision of what we want, but yet God, universe, divine source is really going to give us what we need. And often what we need is not what we would normally expect. Our human mind, our ego is going to judge and be like, that doesn't look right. But you got to trust and you got to just be open to experiences. And honestly, I truly believe too, oftentimes in order for us to call in our soulmate, our husband, wife, whatever it is, we need to first allow ourselves to be open to connections that may be soul connections, karmic relationships, people, beings that are going to be teachers in our life before we call in the one, I guess you could say. And I know this can be hard for me. I've always been like, nope, I'm ready for my husband. That's it. Like calling it in now. But it's like we might be closing ourselves off to relationships that are the building blocks and the bridge to get us to the one. So be open to relationships that, again, like I said, at the forefront, at the beginning, when you meet these people, don't assume like, well, they're not like husband material, or they don't feel like they're my soulmate, so it's like, nah. Like allow yourself to indulge in love and be loved now, because you deserve love. And it might be a 3-month relationship, it might be a year long, it might be a week long soul connection that you're meant to experience before you can call in that human. So I hope that makes sense, but I think that's important, and it's something that I had to learn myself. So be open to experiences without having this fixation that it has to be the one right off the bat. And the last thing is deepen your pleasure and self-love practices, okay? Like I truly believe, again, just like it comes back to the first point I said, where we get reflections back to us when we are in our truth and when we are in our full confidence. The same goes for self-love. Like if you keep attracting toxic relationships or people that you're like not into, or just don't feel like they're on the same vibration as you, and you're like, why are they like acting like that, yet I'm over here? Maybe it's calling for you to actually look at some things that you are doing or aren't doing and really deepen your self-love practice and fall madly in love with you, so that you can actually attract somebody who is also in love with themselves and really in their power and in their self-love, who loves themselves, because that's really what we want at the end of the day. And so self-love and also pleasure, like I said, like really get in your body, feel your body. How do you want someone else to look at you and treat you and view you? Like you are a queen or you are a king. And so allow yourself to really own that and feel like you are a literal goddess And the person that you meet is gonna see that as well, and you want somebody who is also in that same energy, like king, queen energy, you know what I mean? So anywho, those are some items that I feel could help. And again, like I said, we all, if you feel this deep desire, if you have this deep inner knowing that you are meant to find somebody, you are. Trust that. Do not let outside, external, you know, relationships or examples that aren't in line with that show you that that's not possible, because you know in your heart that that is true, and you know that that's been a desire of yours for a long time. And so trust that your person is out there. And oftentimes, like I said, we need to really experience things before we can get to that final destination of being in our divine union. It takes growth, it takes time, it takes us evolving. Like, as much as you may feel you are matured and you have grown so much into yourself, you could go through so much more growth in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years that is like extraordinarily important for you to meet that person. So just allow yourself to be on your path, to stay grounded in your truth and in your mission and in your self-love practices, pleasure practices, and through that energy, you are just rippling that out and calling that person in. So trust more than freaking anything that it is coming for you. Unfortunately, on the earthly plane, time is real, and even though it's not, it kind of is. So just trust in the divine timing of everything and know that you are so loved, you are so supported. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, go out there and be a queen or a king if you're watching this in your man. Mwah! Love you.